What's going on, guys? I'm Chris DiCola here at Signal Flow Studios, and today we're going to break down a song by Derek McBryde and Tobyraps called Fatty Boom Batty. I love working with Derek McBryde. I've worked with him for a long time. I've actually been working with him longer than I've been working with Tropidelic. I started working on his music before I did Tropidelic's Of Illusion in 2020. I worked with Derek. I did a little bit of work with Bobby. I did Rex's solo stuff in that time period, and then a song by Rhodes too. And after I had worked with everybody in their own like individual capacities, then it kind of fell into place that I would start to produce Tropidelic's music. But Derek, I believe, is the one that I've worked with the most on his own stuff. It had been a long time since we had done anything together before this project that he's put out with Tobyraps, who you know is my very long time collaborator, one of my day one people there. So it was great to have him up in the studio. He brought his wife Liz, who we'll hear some of her violin playing on this track. Phenomenal musician, and then their son. They had a kid recently, James. Sweet baby boy was up here too, and we had a lot of fun catching up and making music together the way that we used to. It had been some years, so this one in particular is maybe one of the most fun ones on the entire project. I certainly like this one a lot. Let's kind of play it up from the top here. I don't know if this is actually going to become a full-length video or not. I guess at this point I can kind of clip it. But yeah, let's see what we got from the top. We're going to kind of fly through some things. Just bass and hi-hat. Here comes some gang vocals.
Fatty boom batty, rolling in the caddy, the real ones already know.
Claps now, right?
When fatty boom batty, come step into the attic, sit back and enjoy the show.
Good amount of stacks there.
We are the thick boys, heavier than heavy cream.
Nice big sound.
We bring the big noise, the funkiest you ever seen.
And everybody says talk that funky talk, now honky. Give it to us, we like it a little raunchy.
And we're right into it, and Toby takes us away. So first and foremost, let's break down what's going on with the drums here. Let's just isolate these one by one, starting with our kick. Get a little loop. Nothing crazy, right? Bring the snare in. Go back. Nothing crazy there either. I'll show you the hi-hats. Just little quarter notes. So this is something I like to do here is I'll program out the rhythm that we want. Then we're going to layer in a drum loop. Now it feels full, right? Drum loop by itself, very thin. It's just some hi-hats, some snare. It's hitting the ghost notes, and there's like a record crackly thing. So my snare is just layering up the twos and fours from the loop. The kicks are doing their own thing since there weren't any in the loop, and then the hi-hats just lock it in together. And those four simple elements give us a nice, well-produced, big drum sound. And that took me probably, 15 minutes to do, something like that. Really easy way to get a cool drum sound. Besides that, as far as the drums go, we do introduce some other stuff. Tambourine, right? Let's solo out the drums coming into the hook here. Tambourine's going, it's going to leave us. And then yeah, how about that? A little cowbell. We go to the ride, get rid of those hi-hats, and then we're back with the cowbell. So let me show you these drums along with the bass to kind of show you the foundation. Then we're going to add in all of our cool little elements we added in the verse here. So that's really the heart of the song, right? I mean, this is the heartbeat, the drive, everything is this bass in these drums. We're layering up the bass with my Yamaha DX21. I used that synth on a lot of this song. just got a little bit of a kind of pinched off, little plucky sound, a little bit to the right and left. They're two different patches on the synthesizer. Now let's start playing around with some of this stuff, right? So in addition to the bass and the drums in these verses, we've got all kinds of cool little elements going on. Little guitar slide, right? We're also going to have a little E-piano lick that I played. Right after that one, I believe we're going to hit one of the cooler ones, and that is Liz McBryde on the violin. We got these really cool, like, disco, like, slides, these falls. Yeah, that sound right there. I love that sound. And that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 layers of the violin just going into that one little sound. Besides that, there's a little bit of a synth lead. Real nasally gangster lead kind of thing. That's, again, the Yamaha DX21. There's going to be a wah guitar that comes in after that. Then the slide again, and by the time we get here, I'm actually putting some rhythm guitar in the arrangement too. Just really drive it home that this is a funk song, right? So coming into the hook here, a couple more elements are going to join us. There's an organ patch, and then this wobble brass. It was like a brass thing on that DX21 as well. And here they come. Yep, the organ slides down with them there too. The string falls, and coming into those, I know we're kind of just going through it, but I want to show you everything we got. We layered up 4 different sounds for this synth lead here. Hit him again. Bit of a tape stop on there, and that's all the peripheral stuff that we have going on. I kind of just played with some different elements coming in and out of the verses, just sporadically, and that was all we really needed, man. I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on. There's quite a few different instruments doing different jobs, but I like a production like this where the heart and soul is undeniably the foundation, the bass and the drums, and then we just found some sounds that we liked, just cool little sounds, and peppered them in here and there. You almost can't fail. You know, we could have done this in a way different order than it is, and it still would have sounded cool, right? I mean, the hook is pretty concrete, but this verse stuff, it's kind of just working around Toby, and that's the most important thing.
Talk that funky talk now, honky. Give it to us, we like it a little raunchy.
Let him
that
take
boy
it away.
stankin' like he don't do his laundry. A big dog, always barking up the wrong tree. Bow, wow, wow, yippee-ki-yay, what? A thick boy, you can tell by the strut.
See what I'm saying? They're kind of just you know, ducking and dipping around him with Derek's verse too.
I don't need to recycle, cause I'm eating all the cans. Miss me with that soap, cause I don't ever wash my hands. Call me Wolfgang Funk, I'm cooking up just what you crave. I catch the biggest fish and then
Just letting them play in and out of the whole production. It's a fun way to do it. So then, I mean, at the end of this song here, we're going to change things up, and this is where we have my good friend Bobby Marcus joining us on the guitar. Now, through my work with Tropidelic, obviously, I've worked with Bobby a lot over the years, and it had been a long time since I'd worked with him too, and it was really magical to sit here in the chair and let him just totally fly on a guitar solo. You can see we comped it together. I gave him, you know, a bunch of different takes of it, had him try a few different things. He just let his soul fly out of the instrument, right? Like he does. And so we clipped together the parts that we liked of it and all that. But yeah, it had been a long time since I had heard the magnificent guitar prowess of that man in my studio. And it made me smile ear to ear to have him back in laying down some guitar. Let's play through some of this.
was super fly.
More percussion now too, right? New bass line. Derek actually really cuts it up on this bass line if you listen to what's going on under the guitar. But that's all that's happening, excuse me, instrumentally in this guitar solo is bass and drums. It's controlled chaos. It's hairy, it's noisy, it's unapologetic. That bass and those wobble skins come back to take us out.
Fatty, boom, batty, rolling in the caddy. The real ones already know. When fatty, boom, batty comes down.
And now Bobby's doing the ad-libs. The real ones already know.
The caddy, the real ones already know. When fatty, boom, batty comes down.
I just love it. Too fun. And yeah, this is the only other part of the song. The beginning and the end is when we get these gang vocal fatty boom batty thing going on.
Step into the air, sit back and enjoy the show. We are the thick boys, heavier than heavy cream. We bring the big noise, the funkiest you ever seen.
And we're out. Nice, cool rock and roll ending for a totally funk song up to that point. Yeah, you heard we added in some congas throughout the drums there. The cowbell also is a little bit more permanent. I'll kind of highlight these drums the way that they were during the solo. Yeah, that's just a great arrangement. You know, that's one of those that we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. I did the programming like I explained earlier, and then we layered in that drum loop that gives it all of its character. And then we just pepper in some tambourine. We're peppering in a ride cymbal. The cowbell, just looping that bad boy. Same with the congas, that's a loop. And a little drum fill, right?
Fatty, boom, batty, rolling in the caddy. The real ones already know. When fatty, boom, batty comes down.
It's working. I think the only other thing that I'd like to point out here, actually, we really couldn't help ourselves with these hooks. On the second hook, I guess, we had Toby do like the call and response. He repeats the phrase, and we did like the pitch, the lowered pitch for his vocal, a little distortion on there.
We are the funk you can't deny.
We are the funk you can't deny.
I mean, it fits, you know, we really could not resist.
Fun by the ton, we're super fly.
Fun by the ton, we're super fly.
Superfly, right? And then we get into the guitar solo there. All right, so I think that's that covers all the bases on Fatty Boom Batty. It's one of those where, you know, you have 86 tracks, a lot of different pieces and parts, but none of it was difficult. It all kind of, you know, wrote itself. Once we got the drums and the bass, we just had some fun with it. Layered up a couple things, added some other little elements, and it came. I'm real proud of the way it came out. I think we're all happy with it, and it took not as much effort as some even I guess more difficult productions would take, right? Or I guess to put that a different way, it wasn't as hard to make this as you might think, right? This just kind of wrote itself, melted together, everything fell into place type of deal. And those are some fun projects to work on, man. We had a blast doing this one. I had a blast working on all of the stuff that Derek and Toby are putting out right now. Two very, very dear friends of mine. Really awesome to have been working with them for so long and then get to come back and do a project, the three of us like this. It's just the kind of thing that reminds you why you keep going, because years down the line, you never know, you know, who's still going to be around, who's still going to be working on music and stuff. And when you do get the chance to reconnect, like we have here, it's a special thing. It doesn't count for nothing, man. All right, well, I've probably said enough. I'm probably just going to clip this up anyway. If I didn't clip it up, if this is a full video, then thank you for watching the entire thing. I'm Chris DiCola with Signal Flow Studios. If you have any suggestions, questions, comments about this production, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. Or if there's a song that I've done that you're familiar with and you'd like to see a breakdown on it, just holler at me and I'll whip up a video. I love doing these things. So, yeah, again, Chris DiCola for Signal Flow Studios signing off. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.